All right, y'all, we're back. Before we get into this mess, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, because stories like this are exactly why people are fed up with politics. Now listen, Mamdani, or Scamdani, just pulled off one of the oldest tricks in the political playbook. He wanted more money. Hochul said no. He wanted higher taxes on the rich. Hochul said no. So what does he do? He floats the idea of jacking up property taxes on everyday New Yorkers, homeowners, renters, families, regular people already getting squeezed from every direction. And just like that, people start panicking. And honestly, who can blame them? You're already paying sky-high taxes. Groceries are insane. Rent is insane. Utilities are insane. And now government comes back saying, hey, we need more. You've got to be kidding me. But here's the part people need to understand. That property tax threat wasn't just about money. That was pressure. That was leverage. Mamdani knew exactly what he was doing. He lit the fire, watched everybody freak out, and then waited for Hochul to come running with the checkbook.
As residents fear being priced out of their homes, already overwhelmed with the taxes they already pay.
The taxes that we pay for that you're now trying to get more of, you want to make us do what? We're tired. We're working ourselves to bones here. We don't have it.
Not even 3 months into your administration, into your term, you want to hit us with a 9.5% interest property tax.
And that right there is the anger. That's not some political talking point. That's real people saying enough already. And this is where Hochul completely lost the fight. Mamdani knew she wasn't going to stand firm. He knew if he pushed hard enough, made enough noise, and got New Yorkers fired up, she'd look for the easiest way out. And what was the easiest way out? Throw money at the problem. So now magically, after all that panic over property taxes, suddenly the money shows up. And Mamdani gets to act like, oh, never mind, maybe we don't need to raise property taxes after all. Come on, man. That's not leadership. That's political chess. And whether you like the guy or not, he played Hochul. He saw weakness, he pushed, and she gave him exactly what he wanted. So let's get into the update.
Mayor Mamdani will release his executive budget today, but we've learned it won't include raising property taxes.
It comes as the city faces a multi-billion-dollar budget gap.
It's a financial puzzle with several pieces still missing, and today Mayor Mamdani has to show New Yorkers how he plans to put it all together. The mayor is expected to close a $5.4 billion budget shortfall in his executive budget for fiscal year 2027. And while the state budget is still being negotiated, it already has $28 billion carved out in total aid for New York City.
With this governor, what we've seen, however, is a commitment to this city. And in a moment where we inherited an incredible fiscal deficit, we've seen her partnership in helping us bridge that.
In a significant reversal from earlier proposals, Mamdani is expected to drop his plans to raise property taxes, a move that will require finding savings or new revenue elsewhere.
There it is. Hochul got played, y'all. And let's be honest, if this is how it's going to go, then who's really running New York? Because every time Mamdani pushes, Hochul seems to bend. She might still have the title of governor, but if she can't say no when it matters, then she's not calling the shots. And this time, to keep the whole thing from blowing up politically, she came in with billions, not millions. Billions.
Set to release his fiscal year 2027 budget, the mayor's record-setting $124 billion plan expected to create a spending gap of more than $5 billion. And the mayor is now reportedly backtracking on that controversial plan to raise property taxes in the city by nearly 10%. Now the governor is coming in with a bailout to try to save him, forking over a whopping $4 billion. Gee, I wonder what her political interest is in doing that. Joining us now.
$1 billion bailout. And we're supposed to believe there's no politics involved here? Please. And now they still have this whole fight over taxing second homes worth over $5 million. And I know some folks hear that and say, good, tax the rich. But here's the problem. New York already depends heavily on high earners. When those people leave, they don't just take their mansions with them. They take businesses, investment, jobs, and tax revenue with them.
The biggest question marks the controversial pied-à-terre tax. This levy on luxury non-primary residences in New York City is projected to bring in $500 million in revenue, drawing sharp backlash from billionaires like Citadel CEO Ken Griffin.
With 1% of New York taxpayers paying 45% of all the taxes, cities in a precarious position if they make those who create value feel like they're best off moving their businesses and their lives to other jurisdictions.
Details like the tax rate, who exactly will pay, and whether it would be based on assessed value or actual market value have not been worked out.
Joe Rogan has some thoughts on Mamdani's spending plans, which reportedly include $1.2 billion for migrants coming to New York City.
I mean, he's a psychopath. Like, the amount for migrants is crazy. There should be $0 for illegal immigrants.
But
zero.
I don't think you can have zero, because if they're going to be there, they're going to be. You have to feed them. You have to do something with them. Like literally, if you don't feed them, they're going to be robbing stores. They have to. Human beings need food. What are you going to do?
Get them jobs.
How are you going to get a migrant a job?
Get them a job in Guatemala.
Wouldn't you rather give them food than a job? I don't want them taking American citizens' jobs.
Well, the whole thing's a mess.
The whole thing's a mess, but the point is you can't just throw them away.
Right.
That's the
Unless
problem.
you're going to remove them from the country.
And while Mamdani plans to dish out money to illegals, he plans to crush taxpayers.
In order to get to this point of closing the gap on both this fiscal year and the next fiscal year, we are forced to raid the Rainy Day Fund, the Retiree Health Benefits Trust Reserve, and to increase property taxes across these other years.
So there it is, y'all. Hochul folded. New York has a governor on paper, but politically, Mamdani just showed everybody who has the leverage. First big showdown, and Hochul blinked. That tells you everything you need to know about how this is going to go. And this is what regular people are tired of. Government overspends, politicians make promises they can't afford, then when the bill comes due, they look straight at taxpayers and say, your turn. But what do you think? Am I wrong here? Maybe you think Hochul is just helping New York City and doing what a governor's supposed to do. Or maybe you see what I see. Another bailout, another political game, and another example of taxpayers being treated like an ATM. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And before you go, hit that share button. Send this to somebody who's tired of these politicians playing games with working people's money. And if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. Appreciate y'all watching, and I'll see you in the next one.